All right, shalom, shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone who rule well. And salutations to the brethren on the four corners of the earth, pushing the word and truth and in sincerity. This is going to be a video on the Rfid chip, because as brothers know, through the spirit, this is the year of Karagma. And it's been showing more, the prophecy has been showing more and more through various news articles and technological and scientific findings on ways of using microchip technology in the brain and, being implanted in the body as a whole. So, like, I have this article here. I have two articles, actually. One article goes into paraplegic healing, and another one goes into actually healing blindness with technology through the Rfid chip,
Yes, this is a clear-cut way that Esau is going to draw people in, right? Because this is basically, practically miracles, man, that he's bringing about through his technology.
Right.
And so that's going to be one of the main things, that draw people into this new structure of how the society is going to be made up. The new world order is going to consist of this new technology. And I just seen an article the other day, did a lesson on about there's 40 different countries in the world right now that's getting rid of their currencies and going to the digital currency.
Mm-hmm.
So you've seen certain things like this and certain other things like that start to coincide, and you see where the society is headed. Mm-hmm. So it ain't no it's
coincidence.
It ain't no, you know what I'm saying? This is exactly where Esau's headed, man. He's using this technology. Mm-hmm. It's transhumanism.
Yeah.
So he can ultimately reach a level
of godliness. That's why the scriptures tell you that the Lord will show them that he is a man and not God. Because there's no coincidence that Elon Musk, who happens to be the foremost in the market for electric cars, but he has a company called Neuralink that's actually manufacturing a brain chip, to be used with various applications, and he's doing it as we speak. And now, after he's unveiled that, you have all these articles and all this scientific findings coming out on studying certain illnesses and restoring certain functions to your body with this Rfid chip, which they've been doing for years. But now I'm starting to see these articles pop up more and more and more, Before, it'll be an article, every 3-6 months? Yeah. And now they're everywhere, Yeah. There's even a website dedicated to it called Singularity Hub, What's like that?
So this is Revelations. All right. 16 and let's start at 13. It says, "And I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, all right, and out of the mouth of the beast."
Yeah, the dragon, which is the Roman Empire, man, which is now America, man, and the beast, which is EU and NATO, because what you're going to soon understand.
No, they work hand in hand. It says, "And I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon,"
right, which is Rome/America,
mm-hmm. "and out of the mouth of the beast,"
which is the EU and NATO,
"and out of the mouth of the false prophet,"
which is the Roman Catholic Church, which that's the link.
Yeah.
And that's how you're going to find out that this new world order is going to come straight through the Roman Catholic Church.
That's the spirit,
because the Roman Catholic Church controls the religious sect of this order, which is basically the brain,
And they're heavily into scientific development as well.
Mm-hmm.
As far as technology is concerned, the Roman Catholic Church is heavy into researching the science. That's why they have the whole CERN thing. Who do you think is given the order to go about doing the whole CERN thing? I think they're actually doing it somewhere in Germany or if not Italy, somewhere. I'm not sure exactly.
Yeah, there's 2 CERN facilities. Yeah,
okay.
There's one in Sweden, I know for sure, and there's one in Europe somewhere. Yeah, it might be Germany, like you said.
But they at the head of it, like you were saying. They at the head of it. But verse 14, it says, for they are the spirits of devils,
Yep.
working miracles.
Working miracles, man. So you got the spirit of devils, which we know the word devil comes from the Greek diablos, which means deceiver. Working miracles, man. And this is one of the miracles, a mind-controlled exoskeleton helping a man with paralysis walk, man. Helping paraplegics walk again, with brain implants in their head and in their spine. That's a miracle, because that's something that's known to be impossible to make a paraplegic walk again. So if you're able to do that, that's something that's miraculous. That's a great work, But you're being deceived, because that so-called miracle that's meant to comfort you, is going to be your destruction.
Yeah, because it's all about me. Right? It's all about me. This is continuing. It says, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world.
See, it says it goes forth unto the kings of the earth and the whole world. So how is it going to reach all the kings of the earth? The Roman Catholic Church. The Roman Catholic Church has its hand in everything in the world, man. Has puppets everywhere, has cathedrals everywhere, man. And some of those high up in the clergy, you can guarantee that they are advisors to these so-called kings or presidents in these countries, man. And then you have the EU and NATO, man. Which is gathering a one world order over there on the Eastern Hemisphere, and then you have America, which is gathering the Western Hemisphere. So when those two come together, you're gonna have a new world order.
It says to gather them to the battle of the great day of the Most High Almighty, Yahweh. Yep. Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth.
Yeah.
See, and keepeth his garments.
And that word "watch," I believe, is scopeo.
Scopeo. Yeah, like because it goes into circumspect.
Yeah.
I read again. It says, behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth, all right, and keepeth his garments. The Hebrew word for it is shamar, or shamar, which means to watch, all right. In other words, being circumspect, seeing all around you what's going on.
And then the Greek word is regario, which means to watch. Give strict attention to.
Some strict attention. But you got guys that's taking this thing light. Because you got guys writing it off as though it's really nothing to be concerned. Oh, it's not a matter of salvation, so we're not really concerned. It is a matter of salvation. It's really huge, man.
And then, sorry.
No. It's really tempting the Lord, man. Because the Lord said, give them warning from my mouth. How it go? As you go 3 and 17.
Give them warning from
me.
Yep.
Give them warning. So we're giving warning to our people based on what the Lord has revealed to us through the Spirit.
That's right. Because the Spirit of the Lord is what? Prophecy. That's right. So you other guys claim that you're prophets, or claim that you're men of the Lord, but you don't have the Spirit of the Lord, man, which is prophecy. The ability to take heed to prophecy. When you look at this word watching, right, and you have the subsection A under the metaphor, give strict attention to, it says, take heed lest through remission and indolence some destructive calamity suddenly overtake one.
And people are going to be naive, and they're going to take the chip light, because these leaders, these so-called leaders in Israel, are what? They're not being adamant on telling Jake, look, you're not supposed to be doing this.
Yep.
This is a red flag, so to speak. And being adamant. This is not a game, man. This is life and death right now.
Yeah.
But guys really, they're really envious and contentious when it comes to this, breaking it down the right way, because the apostles of Great Millstone have searched it out and broke it down. That's all there is to it, man.
Yep.
They're just envious and in the strife and contention. That's all. That's why they're not breaking it down.
And filthy lucre's sake, because they're making money off of it.
That's it. Oh yeah, but it says, and keepeth his garments.
And keepeth his garments. Keepeth his garments. Your holy garments consist of the sound doctrine, and spirit of the Lord, man. You know? Remember, you got guys out there that think keeping your garments is wearing white all the time, man.
Right. We had a guy that come up to the camp all the time, every now and again, you know, with his whole white get up on.
But that's talking about being sound in the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. You know? That's why it says, lest ye walk naked and they see his shame. You know? Naked meaning, you know, you don't have any righteousness about yourself. Because that's, yeah, and he covered, you know?
The righteousness is as a cover. This truth is as a cover, you know?
This is Revelations 13 and 15. It says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, you know? And that image is I call them after image because it's an image after the working of the Roman Empire, you know? So, and it's converging the whole earth, you know? So that
it's belief sets.
Yeah.
Theology, bringing into the technology into the whole realm. But, you know, I wanted to make a lesson. What about the image? What about the image of the beast? People talking about Christianity and embargo and black woman hugging a murderous Edomite. That's the image.
Well, that's the image.
Yeah.
So if Yohanan wants to say, oh, the mark of the beast is Christianity, well, wrong word. It's the image. It's part of the image, you know?
Right. So they got it misconstrued, you know? Hey, but if they don't repent, man, they're gonna suffer, man. They're gonna suffer. They're gonna take that chip, and they're gonna be confounded when that time comes, man. But they're gonna be had in derision, as the scripture says.
It says. Fuck you. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start at verse 14. It says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles.
Keep going up. Because basically it getting to the two horns, the two-party political parties.
Yeah, 11.
Arabian patricians.
This is Revelation 13:11 says, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. And
we noticed the Roman Empire. Because America is nothing more than an offshoot of the Roman Empire.
And those horns those powers are the two political parties,
the plebeian and patricians. And now the modern day version is the Democratic Republic.
It says, and he exercises all the power of the first beast before him,
which is the Roman Empire,
and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast whose deadly wound was healed. So now you're getting into the reincarnation of the Roman Empire. So, but the point is, it says he caused them to worship the first beast, meaning that the whole world is going to be deceived into following and subscribing to the ways of the Roman Empire. Man. You know,
I think I said the Roman Empire for verse 11, but that's America. So Salaki, if I messed up, but 12 is explaining wrong. So Salaki.
Yeah, so it's exercising all the power of the first beast by making everybody worship the ancient Roman culture and not even realizing it. You know, that's why it says in verse 13, it says, and he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. You know, meaning that everything that this man does is going to seem like a great miracle. You know, because due to its science and its technology, that's how he's able to manipulate matter and manipulate the elements by using the technology that the Most High gave him. You know, they're not actual spiritual miracles; they're carnal miracles built on carnal substances. It says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast.
That's one of the miracles. It's one of many. The mind control Esaus stuff to help the man paralysis.
It says, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by the sword and did live. You know, so what they're doing is they're bringing back the mindset of the first beast, which is the Roman Empire, by casting that image, almost like a picture or a video projection. You know, and they're putting it onto the screen for everybody to see, man. so that they can take note and worship it. You know, it says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So now that this image that's being projected all over the whole world is beginning to have a personality, it's beginning to take on a character. You know,
definition right here.
Huh.
The Greek word for image is icon. Icon. Let's make sure I said it right. So we won't put icon, right? It says an image, figure, likeness, an image of the things. All right. Let's see that. The heavenly things, quotation, but you know it's not right. It says use of the moral likeness of the new men to God, right? The image of the Son of God. Well, they go into other stuff, but it says, it says, one in whom the likeness of any one is seen, applied to man on account of his power of command. So basically, a likeness, statue, profile, figuratively representation.
Profile and figurative representation.
Resemblance, image. So the image is what? Everything that resembles that old the Roman Empire, which is nothing more than the social makeup, the society's makeup.
We need to do
it. Yeah, I mean, the image is important too, just as well as the mark, because the image is going to lead you to getting the mark of the beast.
It's that brain. That's that brainwashing. That mentality. You know, the same type of mentality that gets niggas to sign up for the army.
That's right.
Know?
That's right, because they stay upon the horses. It says, man.
Oh, they
for the multitude of their horses. They, because
they trust them for their many.
Yeah, kind of. So they perpetuate that they're strong and powerful and can be beat. You know, and that's the image right there.
Yeah, but that's all false, man. I got a little cousin that just joined the army. We sent a couple of pictures back from boot camp. He absolutely fucking miserable. He absolutely miserable, man. You know, it's all a lie. It's all vain, man. You know, because as we're going to get into, it says, verse 15, it says, and all who should not worship the image of the beast should be killed, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond.
Because what they're going to say is treason when we deny this way of life, this way of living. They're going to call it treason. You know. Then that the mark is being brought up, the Rfid, okay?
It says, and all causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. So that's whether you're Donald Trump or whether you're, whether you're the poorest man on the planet, whether you're free or whether you're in chains in prison, man. Because just like the movie Gamer that came out, they gave them a choice to get out of prison if they got a microchip in their head and they risk their lives, man. You know? So that's going to happen to the prisoners, man. They're going to offer a program where they can get out of jail, early release, and if they become test dummies and get the RFID chip, man. You know? It says, free and bond to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. You know, and the ones that are free, the ones that are walking around freely without bonds are going to get the chip by way of what? Convenience. By way of promised miracles like this, you know? Oh, you can walk again. Oh, you can see again. Oh, you can control the little purse. You can control your car with your car door with your mind. Or, you can fly or whatever, crazy stuff they come up with the technology now, man. You can call your car to you like the damn Batmobiles. Exactly.
And that's what people want. They like that type of thing. But ultimately, the economic system is going to crash. The dollar, based the RFN is going to disappear, and then they're going to take on this whole digital currency, digital setup, which is really it's a global thing right now. You got countries that's abandoning the dollar or whatever paper currency that they have to tack on or be part of that digital, the universal digital system. Mm-hmm. And it's all surrounded by Bitcoin, which we had to jump on that,
Yeah.
We knew the direction that they were going in, and so you know how many coins they have out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so now the bankers was a U.S. lawman that called for America to ditch the dollar and go into the digital currency.
Mm-hmm.
But ultimately, you know,
and that makes sense because now everybody's ditching the petrodollar. You know, so now America's not going to make any interest off of their fiat note.
And that's what's leading them to go into this war too. Because really they're gridlocking the system, putting tariffs on different countries, affecting other countries' trade.
Mm-hmm.
And so these other countries are getting mad, and they're allies with America.
Yeah.
And now America's trying to get them, the EU countries, to put more money into war, you know. And so they're going to pull the rug from underneath America, man.
That's right.
You know, the terribleness after seeing, man. You know, it's like I don't want to go too far on that, but yeah.
It says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark. And that's what you were just going into with the whole cryptocurrency, man. That's what the currency is going to be loaded onto.
Well, they said the bank said they're going to eliminate all these different alternative coins, and they're gonna make there's going to be one primary coin. You know, we know Bitcoin is the big, it's the top coin out there, but you know there's alternative coins.
Well, Bitcoin, you know how Bitcoin only has so many coins left. Remember how I was telling you that the online crypto bank Coinbase made a coin called USD coin. So for every $1, it's a coin. So
and that's why you on your Cash App you can buy
Bitcoin now.
You can buy Bitcoin.
Yep, and you can Bunny tested it, and you can actually send Bitcoin back forth. It's simple, and it's plain to see, man. You know, that scripture say, "Make it plain upon tables." This is plain to see.
A simple pass on. But yeah,
it says,
you know, if you don't see this, man, then the Lord is definitely blind.
Yeah,
because this is way too up in your face, deliberate, obvious. However you want to say it, man. This is clear as day.
Yeah. It says, "Save he that had the mark, or the number of the beast, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. And that's your universal product code that goes with everything that you buy and sell, man. The binary code converts to zeros and ones, and the sixes actually. You know,
because that's the natural. That's one of the natural numbers that come up.
Yep. So let's get into this article really quick. I know we went into the scriptures, but this is from newscientist.com. It says, it says, a mind-controlled exoskeleton helped a man with paralysis walk again. Now, when you look at this exoskeleton, right? I know you brothers watch a lot of movies. A good movie to reference is Elysium. You know, that's the movie to reference because they had the RFID chips in the back of in their spinal cortex or cerebral cortex, and the USB port was in the back of their ears, man. And that's what Elon Musk is trying to create with Neuralink. That exact replica of what was seen in that movie, man. And that movie was made, 7 years ago? So everything that they're putting into the movies, like this brother likes to say, predictive programming, you know, because miracles, they have their own so-called thing or an agenda that they want to get across. So they think they're the Most High because now their prophecies are coming to pass. They're bringing their own prophecies to come to pass.
And one of the biggest things they want to accomplish is to instantaneously take in data.
Yeah.
You know, and see data in your eyes. You know, you had the Google glasses and all this other stuff, and now they got the other stuff. Right, exactly. So, hey man, Esau. I mean, he got it worked out, planned perfectly, but it's gonna come to no avail, man.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a lot of disappointment.
He disappointed
the device
of the crafty.
Yeah.
It says, a paralyzed man has been able to walk again using an exoskeleton suit he controls with his mind. Although it doesn't yet let him walk independently, the suit is suspended from an overhead harness to stop him from falling. The advance The advance represents the first steps down the road to this goal. This is really groundbreaking, says Ravi uh, Vaidyanathan of Imperial College of London, who wasn't involved in the work. It says the implanted brain sensors also let the man who broke his neck in a fall from years ago move the arms and hands of exoskeleton.
And you know what? Another thing they're doing is really they're in a way coming against the Lord, because the Lord said He wounded and He healed. Mm-hmm. So the Lord broke that man's neck.
Yeah.
Or it was fate, as they say.
Right.
You know,
or karma.
Right. You know. So what they're doing is trying to shoot over the Lord and work their miracles and say, oh, you know, we're gonna go above and beyond the Lord. Yeah. You know, and basically forget the Most High judgment.
That's transcendence. It says several groups are working on ways to let people with spinal cord injuries regain control over their bodies by reading their thoughts. So far, the most common approach has been to insert ultra-thin electrodes into the brain. Now, I'm not going to read the whole article, but that's the point right there. Insert ultra-thin electrodes into the brain. And those ultra-thin electrodes computer interface or brain-machine interface. This is what Elon Musk is trying to advance with his company Neuralink. You know, so what this is matter of fact, I'll read it here. Starting from here, it says what it is. It's a direct communication pathway between an enhanced or wired brain and an external device. You know, and here's your external device here, man. Is your external device, you know. So there's a link between your brain cells in this device, right? It says BCI. This differs from neuromodulation in that it allows for bidirectional information flow. Now, what neuromodulation is basically information flowing in one direction. So only my brain is talking to the machine. But this is allowing bidirectional information, meaning that now both ways are communicating. My brain is my thoughts are being communicated to the machine, and the data is being back communicated to my brain in the form of thoughts. So that's how that's working. It says BCIs are often directed at researching, mapping, assisting, augmenting, or repairing human cognitive or sensory motor functions. You know, so that's at the head of what they're trying to do right now is repair motor functions, man. Yeah. Like this man that can't move, or this next article that I'm going to bring up, the man that can't see, man. They're actually trying to cure blindness.
Right. Kind of. This is Psalm 64 and 5. It says they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune and bring snares privately. They say, "Who shall see them?" They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. And that's the point right there. They accomplish a diligent search. Mm-hmm. It says both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. All right? And so we know Esau is the anointed cherub, according to Ezekiel, right? In the 20th chapter. And the Lord gave him that type of power, you know, right along with ruling with the sword. They search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. The Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow, suddenly shall they be wounded.
Yeah, so and it says the inward thought of every one of them is deep, meaning they actually seek and they have a thrill for trying to find and search out everything and anything that they can do, man. You know, this is the type of people that we're talking about that Habakkuk told you that their bands are as death, man. You know, and their desire is as hell. You know, so there's nothing that can satisfy them, no matter how much knowledge they have, no matter how much no matter how much wealth they have, how much food, how much any how much entertainment, you know, they can't be satisfied. And they always want more, like a Galactus from the Marvel comics. Mm-hmm. They're swallowing planets.
Yeah,
they won't stop.
It goes hand in hand with the scripture that say they rest They rest not until they get do some evil. You know,
Kind.
I forget what it said.
I think I got it.
This is Micah 2:1. It says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their bed. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand."
Yeah, because they have the resources, man. You know, so they think of these plans, you know, and then when they wake up, when they're actually able to execute these plans, they do it because they have the resources. They have the power, you know, and they have the land, so they have the facilities, you know. So they practice everything that comes to their mind, you know, and they don't give a damn about the Most High. They don't care about what's right or wrong. All they care about is trying to satisfy that bottomless pit, which is their hunger for more.
Yeah, it says they want time. You know, they're wanting, they're found wanting. You know, which means undisciplined. It goes into covetousness and so on and so forth. You know, Esau is a fanatic. Man.
Yeah,
he's a psychopath. You know, they like to see people. They like to see people hurt, especially the poor. And why is there war? Why do we war against the poor so much?
The scriptures say, "Don't seek not to war against the poor."
Yeah, and these people that can't defend themselves, you know.
Well, Esau's the ultimate coward, as we know. You know, I seen the brother Ayash. He on social media he posted. He said, "Have you ever seen a toxic person that plays victim?" I said, "Yeah, it's whole damn nation. It's whole damn nation Edomites."
They can't own up to anything. Like, they don't have no type of dignity, nothing. Everything is just all out wickedness, man.
And it's all about
mischief.
Mischief.
Man. Trying to get over on the next one. Despite the harm caused and the hurt that was caused. Man.
Even to themselves.
Right? And then, but you know what? That's the Lord is going to make it known. Man. They're going to see their destruction, and they're going to feel the they're going to feel that pain. They're going to feel that suffering. You know? So that's how they're going to really understand. You know,
payback's a bitch. This is Proverbs 4:16. It says, "For they sleep not, except they have done mischief."
Okay. So the so-called white man doesn't sleep until he does something evil in the earth. Okay, and that's his motivation. See, we can't go to sleep unless we do something righteous. You know, like read or do a lesson, admonish,
pray,
or exhort. You know what I'm saying? Those are things that make us feel good. But Esau is the complete opposite, which the Lord is perfect in his creation. He created the perfect devil, man. All right? He created the perfect devil.
Hell, I can't even function without praying in the morning. So I know Esau be itching. I know Esau be itching to think about some demonic, some deranged plans in his head, man.
Everything, man. Everything that they set up is just deranged. It's like,
it says, "And their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fail. For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence."
And that's all they're about. That's all they consume is the bread of wickedness and the wine of violence, man. That's all that's in their heart. You know?
It says, "But the path of the just is as the shining light, that shineth more and more unto the perfect day. The way of the wicked is as darkness. They know not at what they struggle." That's like if they stumble.
See? And so the wicked shall not understand.
That's right, yeah.
They don't understand a damn thing. They don't understand why their empire is falling. Oh, wickedness, abomination, homosexuality.
They're afraid, bro. When you think about that, because the average human is what? Afraid of something that they have no knowledge of. So think about the demons that they consult. The demons ain't messing with them no more. The demons giving them false prophecies. The demons lying to them. The demons telling them to do things that's forwarding now that they see. Oh wait, that's actually forwarding the agenda of the Most High, or that's going in the opposite direction of what I desire. You know. So now all their witchcraft, like scriptures say, the Lord cut off their witchcraft.
Yeah, it says stand without enchantment.
Time.
You know, if so, what do you say? If so, it's in Isaiah 47.
Kind.
If so, may you be prosperous or something to that extent.
Yeah, so they're not, so their power source has been completely cut off, man. You know, and they're standing in awe. They really don't know what to do. You know.
See, that's why this truth is significant. The prophecy is significant because there's manifold things that's happening to Esau and his empire that Jake doesn't consider. Really, all right. This place is really, really falling, man. All right, the infrastructure, the morals, all right, and the financial.
Mm-hmm.
These things are perishing right before our eyes, man.
Yeah.
And you got disbelievers. And, well, that's fine. You're supposed to have, you got to have the adversary, so to speak. You know.
Well, Scripture said they're going to die in their incredulity, you know, or their unbelief, you know. Yeah. So they're like you said, they're necessary evil, you know. And like like we always say, their unbelief actually solidifies our belief because they're doing everything the Scriptures are saying that they would do. That's right, you know. But Lord willing, we're doing everything that Scripture said that we would do, you know. So it's what's that Scripture? Apocrypha. 1 and
2 and 2.
Yeah, kind of.
Against each other. I got you. I'm gonna read that.
Okay, and I got the Isaiah 47. So it's Isaiah 47 and kind of 12. It says, "Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries."
Because that's what Esau has been using for centuries, man. His witchcraft. Mm-hmm. Okay? That's what they've been using. Okay?
Right. It says, "Wherein thou hast labored from thy youth."
So throughout antiquity.
Yep.
So they've been laboring and doing these things since their inception.
Well, Cain. Because, rebellion is a sin of witchcraft. He rebelled against the Lord from the very beginning. That's what I said. So from that standpoint, and then when he was Esau, Isaac told him what? Don't take a wife of the land of Canaan. And what did he go do? And we know the Hamites are in the what? Witchcraft. And then throughout the Roman Empire, throughout the Greek Empire, Roman Empire, you got the Ottoman Turkish Empire and the Celts, and now you got America. What have they been studying from all the way to 5,000 years ago to now? Nothing but witchcraft. Nothing but witchcraft, man.
That's a good point.
It says, "If so be, thou shalt be able to profit. If so be, thou mayest prevail." And this is the Lord being sarcastic, Like, you know what? Go ahead and trust in that bullshit, man. Go ahead and do your chants and your seances and all of that. Go ahead and do it. Those guys ain't real anyway, but...
Because them demons and them angels that you try to consult, they're fully locked into the will of the Lord.
Yeah.
They're not deviating. They're no fallen angels.
The Scripture, they love to
rebelling against God. The only fallen angel is Esau.
Yeah.
No Kobe. Fallen
angel. Right.
But yeah, the only fallen one is Esau.
Yeah.
The one that he has no place of repentance.
Yeah. That's good. I was thinking that.
Yeah, so they don't even get to go back and repent for what they've done.
That's why they're doing all manner of wickedness.
Hey, they're not gonna do it anyway.
So they Esau got a mindset where he's like, you know what? Fuck it.
He got the worst mindset when you look at Esau as a nation. They have the worst set of morals. They have the worst upon the worst, man. So it's like, I got that. Sirach 33. This is Sirach 33. And I'll start at 13. It says, "As the clay is in the potter's hand to fashion it at his pleasure, so man is in the hand of him that made him to render them as liketh him best."
Something Esau don't understand, man. Esau's trying to play the Most High, and the Most High keeps telling you, "You're my lump of clay that I formed into this perfect devil. You do what I want you to do. You serve my purpose, and you serving your purpose well by being the perfect adversary to the nation of Israel."
to the world, to the universe.
Yeah.
It says, good is set against evil, and life against death.
Woo.
So is the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly. So look upon all the works of the Most High, and there are two and two, one against another.
Yeah, so what you have now is a little thing we like to call a balance. You know, you got light and you got darkness. You got the hero and you got the villain. And it just so happens that the light is Jacob and the 12 tribes, and the Most High, and Yahushua, and the righteous ones, and the left side, the left side, which is the darkness, you know, which is the evil ones, is Esau, you know, first and foremost, the other nations, you know, and your so-called left-hand angels are the demons, man.
Well, I can prove it. Romans 9 and 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
Mm-hmm.
So right there, that shows you what Jacob is part of the light. You know, because the light is synonymous with righteousness and the Most High.
Yeah.
And if you wander out of the congregation, what it say?
Wander out of the congregation of the dead.
Yeah, you basically forget. It's in Proverbs. But Esau is part of that darkness, man. You know, it's stressful.
21:16. The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
And he did that a long time ago.
Mm-hmm. He did that from his first inception when he was king.
Yeah, wicked goes astray in the womb.
Or before that, the serpent.
Yeah.
Because he was doing witchcraft.
Well, yeah. It only makes sense because they had that same type of spirit. Deceiving, you know?
That subtlety. When it says he was subtle than any other beast of the field, he was enchanting. He was enchanting people. And he enchanted Eve. Yeah. She enchanted Adam. That's why the black woman is going from one demon, which is Christianity, to holistic healing and voodoo and witchcraft.
Because they see the power in it, which really ain't no power. Yeah. I mean, it is, but it ain't. Not against us. You know? Yeah. So that was it. I just wanted to, read that.
Okay. So let me get back into this article here. So this is from TheGuardian.com. Now this was about 2 months ago in July, I believe. In August. And it says, brain implants restore partial vision to blind people. Medical experts hail paradigm shift of implants that transmit video images directly to the visual cortex, bypassing the eye and optic nerve. So they just said we just gonna jump over the Most High. So those defective parts, the eyes, we're not gonna take them out, but we just gonna jump right past the eyes and jump to the optic nerve, you know, and the visual cortex in the brain. That's how good we are. That's how much better than your creation we can make this. That's blasphemy, man. And you know, you got some guys out there that says that's not blasphemy. Blasphemy is blasphemy of the Holy Spirit. No, blasphemy means that you're speaking ill or evil against something. You know, that's blasphemy. This is blasphemy. What Esau is doing to the Most High's creation, which is the human being.
That goes over their head. They just don't understand.
They don't believe in definition of the word.
They walk on in darkness, in perpetual darkness.
It says partial sight has been restored to 6 blind people via an implant that transmits video images directly to the brains. Some vision was made possible with the participants' eyes bypassed by a video camera attached to glasses which sent footage to electrodes implanted in the visual cortex of the brain. Like you were saying earlier, the Google Glass and how they're trying to download information into the brain. But now they're trying to download it directly into your eyes. You know?
Okay. This is Psalms 9 and 15. It says, the heathen are sunk down in the pit that they made. In the net which they hid is their own foot taken.
So all these creations that you have, mainly the thermonuclear missiles, That's 9:17.
9:15. But it's getting to
Okay, time. So all those creations that you've created to forward your agenda and forward your world, is going to be used to be your downfall, man.
That's right.
That's called checkmate.
That's right. All right. It says the Lord is known by the judgment which he executed. Mm-hmm. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hand.
Woo. So everything that you created, that you worked for, like the scripture saying, Job 20, you'll be disappointed in enterprise. So everything that you created is going to work against you in the end, man.
It says,
because it's going to be a witness of judgment against
you. And you're going to know it's the Lord because of the judgment. All right. It says, the wicked, it says, the Lord is known by the judgment which he executed. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. The wicked shall be turned into hell, and all the nations that forget the Most High.
You shall be turned into hell, meaning you'll be turned into the grave, meaning you're going to be put to death, man. By use of those thermonuclear missiles. That's your judgment, but that's the instrument of your destruction, but that was also an instrument that you use to oppress the other nations. See how that works? See how that works? That so-called karma, that so-called universal law, what goes around comes around. You see how that works? The same instrument that you used to oppress the nation since the 80s now is going to be your destruction.
It says, arise, O Lord, let not man prevail, let the heathen be judged in thy sight, which they are. All right? And then the ultimate judgment is that fire, man, death by fire. Because the Lord is going to have front row seats, to your destruction. And the elect is too.
Yeah.
And we're going to watch it in the heavens. We're going to watch it. We're going to watch it in chariots. And the chariots are going to be, it's going to be like glass. We're going to be able to see through it. And we're going to see the destruction. We're going to see well. We're going to see you burn to a crisp. First, we're going to see you melt. And then you're going to burn to a crisp. Then you're going to turn into chaff. All right? So, Salaki, it says, put them in fear, O Lord, that the nations may know themselves to be but men.
Oof. And it goes to back what you were saying earlier. That's what I'm thinking on the level.
Yeah. Y'all gonna be humble, man. Like scripture, like the scripture said. I think that's in Isaiah. Where the Lord said He will show you that you are men and not God. Mm-hmm. Or you are but men and not God. I believe so. Might be like 30. Yeah, man. So Yahweh Shai is going to destroy you, nation, and humble you. And the thing about it is, you're going to be humbled in the sight of the apple of the Lord's eye, man. Us men that you've oppressed since our inception into this world, And I'm talking about from antiquity, from ancient times, man, when we were Abel, man. From Abel to Jacob, to now, you have been oppressing us, man. And when Wisdom of Solomon 5:1 comes to fruition, and we're lifted up in those chariots, and we see your destruction, through the glass, mingled with fire, told about in the Revelation 15 chapter, we're going to see your destruction right before us, man. You don't understand how that makes us feel. You don't understand how great this is going to be, man. And one thing that
it's going to heal. It's going to heal the putrefying.
That hole, that hole,
because we have a gaping hole.
Yeah,
we have man. Only way that's going to heal. That's going to be part of our healing too, man. Seeing the nations being put to shame, man, like they ought to be.
That's right. This is Ezekiel the 12th chapter. Because like we were saying earlier, you got these different Israelite groups. Hell, you got the whole world that still doesn't believe a word of what the Most High, that the Most High is speaking through us. They still don't believe that the chip is the mark of the beast. You know, they still don't believe that we're Israelites, even though Israel is waking up all over the world, man. You know, hell, in a 2-week span, I've met 2 people from Ghana that know that they're Israelites. You know, I ran into an actual doctor on the bus from Ghana, and he had to come over here instead of, smoothing right into the doctor world. They got to make them practice their ways of being a doctor. And then I met this chick. She's a personal trainer, and she's from Ghana, and she knows she's an Israelite. So everybody knows the secret is up. Everybody knows Israel is here, man. But you got ones that still don't believe in the process of destruction, man. That don't want to believe. That don't want to believe that there are dark times coming ahead, man. But this is what Ezekiel 12:21 says. It says, "And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, what is that proverb that ye have in the land of Israel, saying, the days are prolonged, and every vision faileth?" So you got guys saying, "Oh, that's not going to happen. That was supposed to happen. That was supposed to happen 10 years ago." They've been saying that since my grandmother was kids. Or the year 2000 prophecy. Oh, that was beautiful. America's supposed to be destroyed in 2000. Well, if you understand, right?
When you look at it, actually, that's when this place took a turn for the worse.
Man, the whole spirit of
the whole spirit of the world changed. So what did they say? And if this place was, you know how you did before you know it. That was one of those moves.
Yeah, like before like you just, like somebody, like you walk out the door. As soon as you open the door, you get shot in the head.
You don't know.
You just wake up spirit world like that.
Well, that's what it's like, man. America's already dead. Man.
Yeah,
it's already as in heaven, so it be on earth. So in the heavens, you already defeated, man.
Yeah. Or if you're in denial, like something happened and you like traumatized you and you're in denial about it. That's what America is in. America is in denial.
Oh man.
Post denial.
Post.
It says, "Tell them, therefore, thus saith the Lord of power, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel, but say unto them, the days are at hand, and the effect of every vision." So how is the Lord going to make the proverb to cease? By, like you just said, man, the days are at hand and the effect of every vision. He's going to make these prophecies come to pass, man, and it's going to be vivid. There isn't going to be no more prophecies come to pass and nobody really knows, because nobody can understand or interpret.
Right, because they'll be like, maybe, nope, it ain't no more than.
It's obvious now. You got the prophecies coming to pass and all these. Look, the Young Turks just popped up with another exclusive video, man. You got these news outlets covering prophecies and they don't even know it. And then you have us.
Well, I shall pour out my spirit
upon all flesh.
Upon all flesh. So everybody's doing. You can't do nothing against the truth before.
Yeah. And you got social media that they created to keep us asleep. But
it's waking up massive people, and Facebook is trying to block anything that has anything spiritual to do with Jake waking up.
But everybody's their own reporter. The news is hitting social media outlets before the news outlet.
That bitch Nancy Pelosi. No, what is it? Nancy Pelosi, the one that called for the impeachment.
Yeah.
She was trying to say that you have to be CNN worthy or to be known as a journalist. And what they were doing is, a while back, they were supposed to be, pretty much.
They're trying to make a law against that, right?
Yeah. Anybody that was independent, Yeah, so, man. You saw your plans are being foiled.
Ain't no more censoring. Censoring is over with.
Psalms 14:1. It says, "The fool has said in his heart, there is no God. They are corrupt. They have done abominable works. There is none that doeth good."
So that doesn't just cover Israel. That covers Esau. That covers all the other nations. Because they don't believe in the God, the power of the Bible, man. You know, or the power of Israel. They don't believe in that. They believe in their own personal God, their own personal truth, man. You know, so they're saying in their word that not that there is no God at all per se, but there's no power, there's no Yahweh. You know, that was part of them blotting our name out of remembrance. Because if they can psych themselves into thinking that there's no Israel, then their power must be gone too. Because our power is a terror to the other nations, man. Hence Allah Shadia. You know?
He's gonna reveal himself once and for all. His glory is gonna shine through us.
Yeah.
Well, he's gonna be glorified through us.
That's right. But yeah, man. So when you see things like the RFID chip and you see all these articles, you watch these news clippings, these YouTube videos about this type of technology that's actually being pushed to the forefront, the so-called better society, the life in society or everyday life. It's nothing to do with everyday life. It's actually to push you to your destruction, man. You know, and the prophets of the Most High are out here proclaiming it, man, and telling you telling you what you should do to avoid the judgment. You know, because the scriptures are coming, the prophecies are coming to pass, man. You know, the testimony of the Lord is the spirit of prophecy. And if you, it's like, yeah. So you had anything else?
Just a few. This is Psalms 10 and 15. It says, "Break thou the arm of the wicked,
Woo!
and the evil man. Seek out his wickedness till thou find none."
So, not only are you going to break the arm of the evil man, which is his power, you're going to search him out to make sure that he has no power left.
And the Hebrew word for arm, which actually goes into his forces, military, and politics. It literally says it when you look it up. It says...
so that's military might and witchcraft.
Yep. It's the Hebrew word Za-Ra-Wa-I. Za-Ra-Wa-I. Which means forces, military, political, for the word arm. You know, so the Lord, break thou the arm, break thou their military force, their political force of the wicked.
Yeah.
And the evil man. Seek out his wickedness till thou find none. The Lord is king forever.
So not only is Esau going to be completely eradicated, but everything that he has had his hand in this world has to be found out and eradicated as well.
That's right. That's why all things that offend, the scriptures talk about everything that offend, the Lord is going to pretty much punish or move out of the way. You know?
What's that scripture? If that which is yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's the second Ezra?
Yeah, 2 and 4, 26. Yeah, it was just it says the Lord is king forever and ever. The heathen are perished out of his land. Lord, Yahweh, thou hast heard the desire of the humble. Thou wilt prepare their heart and their minds. Thou wilt cause thine ear to hear, to judge the fatherless and the oppressed, that the man of the earth may no more oppress. So the Lord is going to mend the ways of the poor and righteous. All right, He's gonna set things back in order with us, and He's gonna hear our cries, which He's hearing now.
Yeah. It's the second Ezra chapter 4, verse 26. It says, "Then answered he me and said, The more thou searchest, the more thou shalt marvel, for the world hasteth fast to pass away, and cannot comprehend the things that are promised to the righteous in time to come. For this world is full of unrighteousness and infirmities. But as concerning things whereof thou askest me, I will tell thee. For the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come."
Right, and the evil has been sown. Well, it's going to say it in the hearts of Adam.
It says, if therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good.
Right, so we have to see the devastation of the destruction of the wicked, because the destruction of the wicked brings in the righteousness of the upright. You know? And so we have to see this place destroyed. You know? And amen. We all for it.
It says, for the grain of evil seed hath been sown in the heart of Adam from the beginning. And how much ungodliness hath it brought up unto this time?
We get to see in full view. Kidnapping babies on a wide scale, massive scale, into all types of pedophilia, raping the kids, eating the kid, murdering kids, and eating the kids. That's one of the biggest things. I just seen a video that said we need to eat. We're not moving fast enough.
Yeah, you gotta eat kids to combat climate change.
Yeah. That ain't got nothing to do with that. That's their nefarious, wicked ass plans according to the Georgia Guidestones.
Yeah,
you know.
It says, and how much shall it yet bring forth until the time of threshing come?
So wickedness is at an all-time high. Yeah, I don't think we can even get any more wicked. Well, this place can get any more wicked.
Don't challenge Esau.
Well, there's. See, the thing is, there's a certain level. There's a cap to wickedness. You know, there ain't no cap to righteousness.
That's right.
And the things it's going to bring forth.
Yeah. So with that, brothers, hello.
No.
The Lord willing, brothers was edified, through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai. We want to give all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great Milsom who well. And salutations to the brethren on the four corners of the earth, pushing the word of truth and sincerity and prophecy. Shalom.